Hey, everybody, welcome to Breakfast All Day. Christy, Alonso, Stuber.
I'm surprised this movie is coming out in the middle of July.
Yeah, this seems like a late August kind of just like... meh.
Dump it and go.
Okay, all right, what do we got? Kumail Nanjiani is a guy named Stu who drives an Uber.
Uber. Stuber.
Dave Bautista is an LA cop who just had LASIK, so he can't drive himself around. But this is the day that he's going to finally do the big drug bust of the guy from the raid, and and that's the movie basically. And it's terrible.
Iko
Uwais, thank you.
Also, on that day, he has to get across town to Venice for his daughter's art show.
Right.
So he lives in Echo Park, and his daughter's art show is what, on Abbot Kinney in Venice?
Something, yeah.
And then at some point, they need to go to Inglewood, but they're on the 110 north heading toward downtown. These things bother me.
Oh, the weather continuity in this movie isn't even right. We're told several times in the first half hour that there's a record epic heat wave going on in Los Angeles that is completely forgotten by midway through the movie, and people are wearing jackets.
Didn't it rain at some
And
point
then
in
it
this movie?
rains! And then it rains! Oh, God. And why are we noticing this stuff? Because this movie is a fucking bore with not a single laugh in it. Like, I think I laughed 4 or 5 times.
I think I just enjoy Kumail Nanjiani's presence in general. And so to see his like stupefied, deadpan reactions to the increasingly surreal and violent situation in which he's found himself, like some of that's funny.
Well, you look at you look at this premise and you think, oh, okay, South Asian guy is driving around a violent brute, so this is Deadpool. But these are two actors who are too smart to do something that stupid. So clearly they're going to put their own spin on it, because Kumail Nanjiani, talented writer, talented actor, Dave Bautista, fascinating screen presence, you know, in both like Guardians and like Blade Runner. Like, he's really proved himself to be this sort of interesting actor. And the movie just fails them at every turn. Like, this is that thing where you can't judge a movie based on who's in it, because so many other things come to play, and the best actors can be completely led astray and washed, you know, on the shore by this shit script, or at least it feels that way in its final version. Terrible direction from a filmmaker I like. This is the guy who made Goon and What If.
No, he made Michael Dowse made Goon.
Yes.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's
right.
I don't know if it's studio notes or like
the script is just bad.
A curse was placed on this production, but this movie is terrible. This is one of the worst movies I've seen all year. It was an endurance to get through. And
as we were talking about earlier, it played at South by Southwest. Woo. And it screened like last week. Like, they wanted us to see this. It's just
they didn't show us Crawl, which I'm hearing is fun, and we're gonna go buy tickets and see it tonight. But yeah, boy, they were happy to show us Stuber, and this movie is terrible. Not Perry Gilpin, Betty Gilpin spends the entire movie drunk on FaceTime waiting for Kumail Nanjiani to maybe come have sex with her.
Oh, right. Do not forget Academy Award winner Mira Sorvino is in this as well.
Man. Yeah. Oof.
It's not... wait, Karen Gillan is in this? Who is Karen Gillan in this?
She's his partner at the beginning of the movie. It's like which I guess counts as a Guardians reference. I don't know.
I guess. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
They're each the same person, like, throughout the entirety of it. And I guess the idea is that clash is meant to be hilarious because they're so different. Like, Kumail Nanjiani is so sensitive, so low key and so understated and so caring and so like detail oriented and really conscientious. Like, he cares so much about getting a 5-star rating from all of his drivers.
That whole thing gets whipped into the ground.
Yes, and he has like, you know, delicious snacks and like treats and things, and like every song you could possibly want, like whatever you want to request for him to play for you, like he cares so deeply. And then he's like smitten by this woman who wants to start a spin class studio, and so everything he does for her, but there's not anything to her to indicate that like she's worth that attention.
Yeah, and if you want to see Iko Uwais kick ass, which we know he can do from actual good movies, here he just gets edited to shit like everybody in an American action movie most of the time. So it's like, why bother? What was the point?
There's a whole giant shootout in a veterinarian's office. What's that for? I mean, like, is it supposed to be the tension of the animals being in danger? And if so, like, that's really sick.
Yeah, or or the like the laziest cutaway in the world to the dog in the collar, because that's immediately funny.
It's the cone of shame.
Yeah, I just ugh.
It's not good.
This movie is rotten. I beg you not to go see it.
And then there's like a giant twist. There's a giant twist
that you will see coming,
which is not exciting,
miles away.
Yeah, it does not improve this movie in any way. It does not provide newfound context. It is worthwhile in any way.
It is the Roger Ebert rule of the economy of characters. If there's a character in the movie for no apparent reason, they're going to wind up being the surprise bad guy.
Anyway, it's not good. I'm saying 2.1. I think I laughed a couple times.
I'm saying 2.
Okay. Our number's at 2.1. It's at 45% on the tomato meter. I don't know.
Far too generous.
I don't know who thinks that.
Well, you go to South by Southwest and it's like Shinerbach and barbecue and you're in a better mood. I don't know.
There is the power of suggestion, I will say, in a situation like that where like it's, and they will show raucous, crazy comedies at the Paramount on,
in a packed house and... Oof.
Yikes.
I mean, and I have to say, there were people at my screening who were totally digging it, and I just felt like, wow, you'll laugh at anything. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us at BeFastAllDay on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/BeFastAllDay. Lots of cool stuff. You get to vote on a movie that we watch, an old classic that we will review, which we've got our first one coming up in the next couple of weeks. We do movie news and trailer recaps and talking about TV. This week, check out our recap of the entire 3rd season of Netflix's Stranger Things. You won't want to miss that. Thanks for watching.
Hang on, I got a thing to do. I got a thing to promote.
What?
Monday, my a la carte interview is with my good friend and sometime co-host Melvin Robert. He is one of the anchors on Spectrum News 1 here in LA. He's also got this fantastic Broadway musical theater background. He was a member of the Gay Men's Chorus for a long time and is very involved with them. And his story is really inspiring. Like he is driven and he is upbeat and he will make you feel lazy. He worked his ass off to get where he is today, and he's like overcome bullying, from being a gay man and being, thrown in trash cans and overcoming that. So he's a sweetheart though, and so it's a really good conversation. So Monday that comes out.
And hey, speaking of gays in Los Angeles, Outfest starts on July 18th.
Yay!
I'll be there a lot. So if you're in the Southland, come check out some movies. Outfest.org. Thanks for watching. We will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.